I am now happy to announce that there will be no income tax payable up to income of 12 lakh rupees.
For the middle class, as the FM also said, there's some huge savings on account of all the tax tweaking and rebate increase that she has done. Yeah. So essentially the benefits for everyone, I think, for whatever tax income tax bracket that they are, savings of around between 6,000 to 9,000 a month.
Absolutely. What was your first reaction when you heard the entire announcement?
Clearly, I mean, there was a lot of talk about the consumption not picking up in the economy, and the idea was to put more money in the hands of the taxpayers or the individuals, and
Right.
this additional income in their disposable income at their hands will augur consumption in the economy, which is in a broader sense also which will boost consumption and a lot of consumption oriented companies and stocks. Yeah, it will benefit, yeah, and in the economy, and obviously then capacity utilizations will rise, because also the point is that you need to drive consumption up so that the private sector feels the need to put additional capacities. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sandeep, we have Roshan Pavaya, editor of Financial Express Digital, with us. And he said that even though everyone is jubilant that it's a 12 lakhs rupees rebate currently, but there's still a lot of fine print that needs to be navigated. Do you agree with that?
See, the fine prints, I think, will be on the aspect of what happens to the old tax regime.
Correct.
Because the entire changes that have been proposed are for the those in the new tax regime. So whether the old tax regime makes sense, whether it will be removed, because I think for almost everyone now it makes sense to shift to new tax regime. So whether the old tax regime becomes redundant, we need to see whether the FM takes a call on that, whether that is totally removed. It is so that call may be taken, because she is also talking and going for simplified tax structure. So why to have two different tax rates, old tax regime, new tax regime? Why to have all these deductions? She is providing all the benefits, more benefits than what the old tax regime provided. So that is there now. So maybe it doesn't make sense for almost anyone to be in the new old tax regime. Yeah.
I know, Sandeep. Just wanted to also ask you, with rental rates rising in all the cities these days, does it still make sense now to move to the new tax regime? Because your HRA was something that you could save tax on in the old tax regime.
Yeah. Which is why I said almost everyone. So somebody who's paying a very high rental. So I think that person, he's not somebody who needs government's say support. A person who's paying a rent of 2 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees a month, yeah, or say even a lakh rupees a month, does he really need this? I mean, it is not for that category. It is for a majority of the masses, and also captures also a lot of people paying rental above 1 lakh. I mean, they can always afford to buy a house. Yeah. And in that case, the benefit is limited to 2 lakh rupees of the interest and the Section 80. Yeah. So then that's a very, very small segment that we are talking about, who pay a very high rent and claim HRA.
Absolutely. Sandeep, she didn't mention anything much on real estate, did she?
She did mention. She mentioned. I still have to go into that. The thing on two houses, because she simplified the benefits that you can claim on your home that you're occupying. So she said that on two houses that you have, so the benefits will be there. So I still need to see what has happened there. On the tax rates, yes, we can talk. We can talk more on that, because that is something that maybe our viewers would want to know. So who benefits how much? Where does the changes apply? And all that we can
absolutely discuss. So where do the changes actually apply?
See, the changes apply for all categories. Now, to pick the first ones. Those who used to earn up to 7 lakh earlier, they used to pay zero tax because the rebate limit was 7 lakh. Now the rebate limit has been raised to 12 lakh. So earlier, a person who was earning up to 12 lakh, he would pay a tax of around 80,000 per annum. Now, for those up to 12 lakh, it goes to zero. So 80,000 direct saving, which means around uh, nearly 7,000 a month is the saving. 7,000, nearly 6,700 or something a month. Yeah, that is there. Then, if you go further, a person, but a person earning 12.1 lakh, even if you earn just 10,000 more, your taxable income is 12.1 lakh, your tax outgo will be 61.5 thousand because you will have to pay taxes as per the tax slabs. Also, there have been significant changes in the tax slabs. It has been more simplified. Earlier, there was a slab of between 4 to 7 lakh. It was 5%. Now it is 4 to 8 lakh. So now it's very simple in terms of 4 lakh. Every 4 lakh there is a change in tax slab. 0 to 4 lakh 0, 4 to 8 5, 8 to 12 10, 10 to 16 15%, 16 to 20 lakh 20%, 20 to 24 30%, 25%,
25%.
and above that, yeah, 25%. Above 24 is 30%. So it's 4
Right.
lakh. It's a very clean, neat thing done. Earlier it was 3 to 7, 5%, 7 to 10, 10%, 10 to 12. So it was 3 lakh, somewhere 2 lakh gap, 3 lakh gap. So now, if a person, now this was for 12 lakh that we talked about, the benefit of 80,000. Now those earning above 15 lakh, significant benefits for them too. Because earlier above 15 lakh, there was this 30% tax rate. Now that goes up to 24 lakh. So up to 24 lakh, a person will save. So between 15 to 24 lakh, a person earlier in the new tax regime would pay 30%. Now it has been categorized between 20 and 25%. So around 7.5% if we take on average. So clearly 90,000 rupees, 7.5% saving, around 68,000 saving, neat saving, purely on that.
Absolutely.
Also,
And how do you see the new tweaks affecting the government's sheets in the longer run?
No, the FM said that they will have a tax outgo of 1 lakh crore on account of direct tax benefit. Also, I wanted to bring one more point. Old tax regime till last year, if suppose you claimed all the benefits, yeah, the deductions and exemptions that were available, you could say in the old tax regime the benefit was still around 35%. I'm not counting the HRA benefit, but just on the home loan and all those, the healthcare benefit, health insurance benefits and all. Now, as the FM said, that above 24, those earning above 24 lakh also, they will have savings of 1.1 lakh. So even if you were in the old tax regime and you used to claim a benefit of say 35,000, you had additional benefit of 35,000 over the new tax regime. Now, even if you subtract that, a person will save around 75,000 rupees, even those who are earning beyond 24 lakh. So there is savings. There are savings for almost all categories.
Absolutely. But at the same time, we are still paying tax, right? It's not like without tax completely.
You're part of the nation building, so you have to understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. Any final thoughts on the overall budget?
Actually, I want to just pick Sandeep's brain on one thing.
Yeah.
Nirmala Sitharaman has been known in past budgets to give from one hand and take from the other hand. In this case here, she has given a lot of money in your pocket. We were calling this a pocket booster budget, and she has delivered that way in terms of tax savings. But where is she taking away money from now?
As of now, it seems all giveaway. So, yeah. And, even if you see the import duties and all, I was just seeing on the CBUs, the tax have come down from 125% to 70%. So, I mean, there are significant cuts. Maybe I think the game is to play on consumption and to play on volumes, on imports, and also whatever you are losing out, maybe the volumes will make up more than that for her. Yeah.
And she did mention incentives for gig workers also. So even in terms of your food ordering fraternity, your Zomatos and Swiggy, there's a lot in it.
Food ordering fraternity to see.
I think it was this was maybe much needed also, because see, we have been talking about this private capex happening. It's not happening. I mean, we have been talking for the last 3-4 years that this year it will happen. Even if you talk to analysts, they would say we are 4 quarters far away from it, 3 quarters away from it, but wasn't kicking the way that the government expected, despite huge capex that the government announced over the last 2 years. So consumption is required. Unless the consumption rises and the capacity utilizations rise above 85%, the corporates are not going to invest further into capacities. So this is a way. If you are giving 1 lakh crore in the hands of people, maybe it will get into consumption and also maybe partly go into investment, because savings are also a concern. There have been a pocket of concerns over Indians not saving enough now. We were a savings society. That was not happening. Maybe some part of this money will go into savings, some will go into consumption. So it should boost the economy.